The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
How many Taco Bell stackers can we eat?
I think I'm going to go for 12 this time. I think I could do about 15.
I think I could do about 23, just to make it even. At the Taco Bell stackers in this bag, it's heavy too. It almost ripped. Just finished my 15th one. This is my last one. I don't think I can make it past 30. Nachos for a little break.
Slowing down back there?
Yeah, I got to. After 17 stackers, and you do it.
And 5 burritos.
All right, my goal was what, 23? I got 30, so I think that's an accomplishment.
Mine was 12. I got 14 stackers down, 3 quesadillas, and 10 tacos.
Wow.
My goal was 15 stackers, and I had 17 stackers. Praise.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Got some connection issues. All right. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm almost. All right, cool. Let me edit that. Do this. All right, I should be good now. What up? What up? What up? Make sure. Go live. All right, cool. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Terry in the Black. Today is January 14, 2026. A lot of stuff going down, man. Matter of fact, let me get my camera back up. Yeah, the Rumble connection went off for some reason. Hold on, let me put some new songs in there. So yeah. We got a lot going on. Night of Seven Kingdoms will be coming out this weekend. Gonna go over that. We got some stuff in black in the black space. Two people I follow a lot, Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. They got in the space. We're gonna go over that. J. Cole he just dropped a new song. J. Cole, NBA YoungBoys, I believe A$AP Rocky. A lot of people dropped some hip hop today, man. Let's see what else I got. Oh, some more Somali. We got another video from Nick Shirley about the Somalians, and yeah, they're not real happy up there in Minneapolis right now, man. We're gonna go through that. Oh shit, I mean that. And yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and start on this Night of Seven Kingdom thing because it comes out this Sunday, and I will be doing a live stream, not a live stream of the show, but I'll be doing a live stream after doing my review of the show. So I'm a real big Song of Ice and Fire fan. My name is based off of Song of Ice and Fire character. I'm hardcore with the shit. That's literally my Star Trek. So we'll go through this last trailer. I'm probably gonna have to edit this because WB. But let's do it. So yeah, it's a good look. I'm thinking. Hold on, let me look at it. I think the episodes ain't that long. Let me go. I saw like see, premiere. What they got it as. Release schedule, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot of the shows, a lot of the episodes are like, the longest is the first one, but a lot of them are like 30-minute episodes. So yeah, it's gonna be a short season. Like the book is actually short. Like this, it's supposed to go through one book per season. So yeah, it's gonna be off the chain, man. Like I'm really into that shit, man. Like I know like back of my hand. I read the books actually in high school, just for fun and shit. Everybody got something, man. Like you'd be surprised what so-called athletes be into. But yeah, that's that. I'm about to get on this Corey Holcomb and Anton thing, man. And I don't know. I might need to go. Let me see. I might do the whole and that's that. We're gonna be let me do this. Let me find me let me do this. Let me put this back over here. And that. Let's see. 23. Let's see. All right, let's do this. Oh shit, nah, I mean do that. Let me share this. We go by straight up.
This is dark.
So here's the game I want to play. Every time I hear a shot, it varies in this type of shot. That's like this one. That means something, and that's over the line. That's what I want to do.
Alien Ordeal.
Just to let y'all know.
OG Ortiz, for people who don't know.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, not the full thing.
I was on time. I'm gonna just say that.
Hey,
Yes,
we
sir.
expected it. I already knew. That's why I got here almost on time.
I was on time.
My man. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, he repeated that. That was a little crazy.
A lot of y'all know. We said he was coming. Anton in the house. Hey man, let me tell you something. I was so glad
Niggas drop, by the way. Niggas drop.
because people need to see a clash like this. Not a clash
agree.
within something bad, just people who got something to say. Like what you say and what I say, I think it's gonna be interesting.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really interesting.
And we had a great conversation too. We had time before you got here, so we had a great
I
conversation.
buttered it up, so
You don't need
That's
to
what's
butter.
up.
I
You
made
don't need
sure
to butter
that
me up.
that she felt good about this.
Yeah, man, you don't need to butter.
We still trying to get Shannon Sharp on here, so Darlene can have something to do after the show that she'll be proud of.
Oh, brother. Too old. That man don't want
that's a good one.
this.
I know
Your
that, but I'm
chat
saying.
think they tough.
Who
I
cares?
noticed.
They think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We
You
seen
charging them up.
we seen
Uh-oh, here we
we
go.
seen
Yeah.
worse. You know, I don't pay attention to
Who the-
niggas that don't got no profile picture.
You know what? I always
I
hate
promise to
motherfuckers
God,
talk,
bro.
And they scared to step forward.
I don't pay attention. I think them type of niggas jerk off in their socks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, now they've gotten so savvy where they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like,
Somebody
oh,
said-
okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody said, what Craig got here on time? I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
Like what? Give me an example.
like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
What do you? Yeah, the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah,
You smart man.
Right. That's fair
So-
shit. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to
I'm
be
debate-
respectful.
You know what? I'm debating. Should I go straight to the where the smoke at? That's the debate. Should I go straight over where the smoke at? because like they gonna go through a difference in philosophy and type of situation.
Of what is here when
Truth. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's a
understand?
fact.
Do you understand that it's made?
Anton actually got a good point on that. Then that goes without saying, but yeah, they actually got a good point on that.
Made like that on purpose. The position,
it's the system.
the
The system
position
against
that-
us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in,
Who's my people?
black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first.
All right. I get what Anton is trying to say there. I get the I'm the Christian first thing. But like, I love being black. I might have different political views than a lot of my counterparts. I might be a little rough around the edges on some aspects. But I do love being black. I love my history, history, even the adversity like my family came from. Like part of my family. Like here's the thing, I'm a little different cat. Like because like my family on all sides, like it's very rich in history. Like I got one part of my family, runaway slave. You know what I'm saying? Came from runaway slave, joined the Union Army type stuff. I got one part of my family that, was from the West Indies, ended up marrying Choctaw, a full-blood Choctaw, and like on land and stuff. You know what I mean? I got other family full of entrepreneurs, just like they came from sharecropping all the way up to like building actual businesses in DFW Metroplex type stuff, right? I'm not gonna get in detail, but like and now I got family that's like an entertainment business. Like they work, a lot of them just sit back, work hard, use their talents, and make something out of themselves. So I love that part of my our history. Like, and I really would love for people to get back to that. And I am a Christian. I'm not gonna step on a lie. I was baptized. I was Baptist. Grew up missionary Baptist, whole nine, right? And like that, both can. It's not exclusive. One thing gotta be more exclusive than the other, So I like Anton. That was a little weird thing. Like you gotta be. I'm happy that my family accomplished so much, and I could be a part of. Hopefully, be another success story in my family. That's why I would really love to be in this YouTube stuff, YouTube space, and in life in general. Like I got a lot of stuff I've been doing that have my parents be proud of and everything. I just want to do more and still be that beacon of hope for the next generation. Like, hey, you could get out there and get it too. You don't have to go and be a statistic. So yeah, I don't know about the answer, Anton.
I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay.
Yeah. And on Anton's point, the idea of race in modern sense is a fairly new thing, because like when you go look at the Roman times, you go look at anytime like in Bronze Age on down to Dark Age and stuff, it was about what part of the what tribe were you from or whatever. It's still like that in some aspects in Africa and everything. So yeah, I get his point saying it's a construct, but the thing is, like, once we enter our ancestors enter a melting pot, sometimes forcefully in some cases not so forcefully. it kind of, you know, you gotta go with what, because like none of us know who was our tribe. We had to go who exactly what tribe we came from in Africa to really just put it at what we were supposed to be. So saying we black is pretty much understanding that, hey, this is what we are, not necessarily, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of a philosophical. Really don't mean anything, you know.
Well,
That's why you start believing it. No.
Maybe
We
I'm
not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not for me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other.
I'll say this on that part about you didn't choose it. If you leaning on that exclusively, say I'm black, and everything, you know, you doing this, hold up, let me go here. If you're doing this number,
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black.
if you're doing that, it gets old really quick and everything, you know. But like if you acknowledging, you know, where you are, and it's really a baseline. It's the first thing, and you just go from there and show your character and everything. I mean, that's the only thing you really could do in that case.
Just because they're Asian, Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't fuck with all white people. So why do I have an obligation to fuck with somebody just because he black?
Okay.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay. Well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks.
Mm-hmm.
But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from Detroit.
Here's one thing I know it's about, especially the mid cities, the Midwestern cities in general. Like we gotta remember, like the one of the headquarters of the KKK was in Indiana, back in the Gap. You know what I mean? And the mid cities. I'm saying mid cities because I'm in DFW. We have a thing what we call mid cities down here. But like your St. Louis's, your Indianapolis's, your Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, like they actually had like lynchings in those cities and everything. St. Louis, Kansas City, like they buried in a lot of cases very segregated up there. Way almost more segregated in the South in later years in some cases, right? Like I'm in DFW for Texas, right? And I lived a little bit in Arlington, so I kind of seen both sides of the tracks and when it comes to Fort Worth, Texas, and everything, right? You know, DFW, and like to a point, you know what I'm saying? There, we become all Texas at one point, you know. Now, I'll be lying to say it wasn't any, like, you know, racism here or something, you know, somebody said something untowards. But, like, people got called out, especially my generation. Like, if you're in my generation, I'm talking about pretty much early millennial, damn near Gen X. Like, it wasn't cool. Like, everybody listened to everybody else's music in some cases, unless you just did. I'm just talking about in DFW. Like, we listen to everything. If it was from the area, like I got Pantera's albums, just like I had Mr. Bookie and Mr. Lucci albums, and some of the local scene stuff. You know, what up, Phoenix? link pen. So like we wasn't pretty much segregated, even though people say Texas got this little race, the racist stereotype. There really wasn't that much segregation. Like everybody, especially when the internet really took off, when you start doing AOL. Because like, quick story. When I was in high school, like everybody had AOL Instant Messenger, and we all used to just connect on there. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, everybody. Okay, Angelo. We'll get. How you gonna misspell my name though? That's cool.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles. And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
You say I'm racist?
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See,
wow.
I studied you.
This is why
I'm racist. I don't know a lot of racism in me.
Absolutely.
But maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We're going to get there.
I wanted
We'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own
No. When Brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I believe we can have a conversation like men.
You know what, Corey actually being very respectful. Like it started off good. I think here's the problem, man. Like anytime you get in debates, even you don't see, like it's sometimes I've talked to some people that, I didn't see eye to eye with, but I just stayed right into like I don't respect them to get because I know I'm gonna slap the shit out of that person if they get out of line. Because like and a lot of times I don't like talking to people like that. Like if people I know they disrespectful, I just like kind of be like, all right, you know what? I got people that love me. I can't do that bullshit no more. You know what I'm saying? Let me move around. I'm way better. I'm way more patient than I used to be. Way more patience. Got you, Phoenix. But like, I think that's where it went left, man. They didn't have initial respect for each other to the point. And I'm still holding a little bit of it. This might be a play, because like everybody's talking about this right now. So what you got on that, Phoenix?
I don't think it's a play. Both of them have said some very disrespectful things about each other. I think they should have cleared the air before the interview happened, though. That might have eased a little bit of the tension. If they would have stayed in the pocket of getting a clear understanding, then maybe this would have went a little bit better.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a play.
Let's read. We got a lot of. Probably got 40 minutes to an hour of this to really cover, to really get the full context right.
Yeah.
The full attitude.
I was like, a lot of stuff he said right now, I disagree with so much. But
both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point because I have the hopes.
I don't agree with Anton when he said he's black as a construct and this and that. I love being, like I said earlier, I love being black. I love my family history because I know it. I love the accomplishments people we made, even in the harshest of conditions. I see things differently than your average black person. I'm happy for that, but I never. People get like, because I don't agree with what everybody's saying. I don't like I love being black, man. Like, we got a lot of things that we could be proud of. be happy about. You know what I mean? To be focused on the net
I agree
negatives.
to a certain extent. I agree with that, but like I said before, everybody's experience is everybody's experience. I think Anton was actually raised in the suburbs, so that means he was um raised around other Caucasians. Um, as Corey said in his while he was explaining, he was like, "I ain't know nothing about no damn Caucasians until I was in Los Angeles. He had to change his environment to learn about. But the things that he learned about them, basically anything any black person was saying about their ass, he found it to be true. That's his experience. Now to be
Yeah,
dismissive of either one would be unfair. Um, I know Anton say he from Detroit. If he from
yeah,
the suburbs of Detroit, that's not Detroit. That's like metro area, which means outside of the city. His
so
experience is different from those who was actually born and raised in the city of Detroit.
see the crazy thing too, man. Like I said, I lived on both sides of the tracks and down here. Like I lived in six, like Russell talking about South Six. Both my granny stayed in South Six. You know what I'm saying? So I can't escape going over there, being with my people. You know,
Hmm.
it's people I know on the road right now. You know, cause and you know, good friends. It's not that's done because that was in our lifestyle. So I know full well about how that shit goes down. You know what I mean? But then
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
like one of my closest friends, my groomsman, and everything. I'm a godfather of his kid, white dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I seen them struggle because I mean, he came from real talk. My so like I look at this a whole different way because I've seen actually white people struggle with us. It's kind of different, and like I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. But I got you.
I mean, I witnessed a couple of white people struggle that was in the city. I noticed that a lot of white people started moving outside the city once we started becoming homeowners in their neighborhood. Those
Yeah,
neighborhoods that they felt were safe. Like I grew up, um, I'm in Detroit, so there's a neighborhood, Grosse Point, for example, that's a suburb, out a little bit outside the city. They build a wall to keep the separation. Now, whether or not that's racial or a class thing, it's unclear because most of the folks that was in Grosse Point were white. But I've also witnessed black people being there as well. I just
that's
don't know how they were treated.
yeah, that's crazy. And like I know I'm a look when I was in Arlington, during that time, I was a little bit younger than what because it was families that came to Arlington, like black families that came to Arlington. Arlington is where like Six Flags and where the Dallas Cowboys Stadium and everything. Like, you know, all where the
Hmm.
Rangers play it, all that, right?
Hmm.
So I've heard stories like people moving there from like the hood or everything, like and got a good job or whatever, and they moved over there in like the early '80s and mid '80s. That it was a little weird over there back then. But like with time happens, and then people start noticing like that shit ain't really cool. We bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because people that came up there, they paved the way. So then when my mama and them, we moved out there, right? I didn't deal with it so bad. It was more of the soft type. Like this is things we gotta watch. This is one thing like we gotta watch out for like government mental institutions. Like in schools, they'll play that try to get you on the ADHD shit because my mom was a single mom at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
They try to play that game, and you have to be strong. And thank God my dad was around. He wasn't in the house, but he was around. So like, hey, they check that shit. You know what I mean? What up, Boogie? You got anything?
Yeah, like I said, hey, Boogie.
What's going on, Phoenix? Terry the Black,
Boogie on
salute to
mute.
you, bro.
Salute
Oh,
to
there
you,
he is.
What'd you say?
She being funny.
I
What
said
you
you was
called
on
me?
mute.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was
I
letting
said
y'all
you was
finish up.
on mute.
Oh, how y'all doing today?
Doing good, man. Just go over this nonsense.
Hey, man, but
I'm getting
I
my
like
vision
that
board together.
conversation they had though. That conversation, it could have taken off and went into something so much more prevailing, but for the most part, that was a hell of a conversation. Of course, the disrespect was disrespect.
Yeah.
Both of them disrespected each other. I think, but now that I think about it, I went back and I looked at it, and I think Anton came in on 10. I'm gonna just say that.
I agree
Corey,
with that.
Absolutely.
Corey might have, he
Absolutely.
might give off that perception that he's he can't have a conversation or whatever, but he kind of proved himself that he was willing to have one. And Anton was just like he said, he liked to go and get in people's faces, when the conversations are being had. He liked to go to people's platforms now to look them in the face. That's what he said. So shout out to both of them though.
I
I
heard
actually
that.
respect that part too. I actually respect that because like a lot of people been talking shit on the internet, man. We gotta get to the back to the.
And you know what else? And this is something that everybody keep missing, but because I am a native, I can say it. It's a Detroit, Chicago animosity there.
I was thinking that. Ooh, Phoenix, you stole that out of my head. I was going to lean on that, but I was like
That rivalry goes deep and long. So it is what it is. He say he Detroit. Corey grew up in Chicago. It's always gonna be a certain type of tension.
You know what? That's the same way it was like Philadelphia and Dallas. It's the same. I get your point. I mean, in a small part for like white folks here, white folks in North Texas, like Dallas Fort Worth, do not like white folks in Houston. That's a different level too.
Yeah, that's the part everybody kept overlooking. Like the shit was ridiculous to me because I feel like grown folks should have better communication skills and always talk about how they gonna whoop each other ass. But y'all gotta grow the fuck up for real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us are parents, and what do we tell our kids all the time? You have to actually use your words. You can't always go for the BS type. That resolves nothing. If you get a resolution, then all the better.
Yep.
But yeah.
I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And I have the hopes that I'm gonna get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything.
Anton kind of he kind of reached on that one because like Corey hasn't really been that political. He's pretty apolitical. You know what I mean?
No, but I honestly think Anton said that more for the audience than Corey.
It might be something to that. Anything on that Boogie?
Yeah,
I think that was terrible speculation. I think that the fact that that's all he could take from a conversation with a person who's really trying to just bring a different approach to the conversation. I think a lot of times. No, thank you. Sorry, y'all. I think a lot of times when people be like trying to put that on people, like, "Oh, you a Republican, you a Democrat," and they ain't even bring that up. Like, bro, let's just talk about us as a community, as a race. Why do we gotta be attached to something? That's what divides us.
You know what, Boogie? On that point, like that's like because people get me, cause I believe I'm pretty much me and Tom probably a lot politically. I probably a little bit more on the extreme side of him on some cases. I'm not gonna lie about it, but the pro-black side of me is like, man, look, we gotta just get back to the basics. This is what we need to do as a community on a basis. We need to start. Hey, we need a lot of us need to start marrying. Combine resources. That's the easiest way for generational wealth right there. Combine resources, start doing the business side way better, which a lot of people are doing. I'm not going to say it ain't been done. It's been done. And raise kids. Don't quit the baby mama, baby daddy thing. I know a lot of cases it's unavoidable. I'm not judging, but the best case, the square one.
You judge a little bit.
Huh? No, I'm not judging. I'm
That's what you judge you a little bit.
I ain't judging. I ain't saying you didn't get married. I mean, hey, you do what you want to do. I'm just saying the ideal situation to just for a starting point, we need to just get back to the family type shit. We start there.
I completely agree with that.
We start there, then we can start local. That's when you can have more power locally in your local elections and stuff, because now you got something to really fight for. A lot of cats don't even have anything. They ain't really fighting for anything. They're just crying. And I'm just calling for what it is. I mean, how we gonna defeat the system if we ain't even together?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, yo, why? And then, he was bringing up the money tip, and I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, bro, that shouldn't be a talking point, because your relatives, your ancestors, them people didn't have money. So why is that the butt of all of your jokes? Like, you're not teaching. Are you teaching other people how to become successful like you? If not, you can't make that a point in every topic that you create when it comes to adversity.
Now, I'll be fair. Anton's been dropping some gems on the money tip. He ain't just been out here. He talking about money. Yeah, it sounds like he braggadocious. He kind of got that from some other like people and everything. I'm not gonna lie about that, but a lot of times you listen to the show, he drops some gems on some shit. Now sometimes he's braggadocious about the gems, but I mean, it's the spit the fat out.
Like I said, I don't think he grew up in Detroit.
Yeah. That might be
because he has a certain.
Go ahead, my bad.
When he speaks, he has a certain kind of arrogance about himself.
Yeah.
It comes across. I'm not saying this is character. I'm just saying how it seems from the outside looking in. It comes across like he thinks he's better than a lot of his counterparts. I have seen him mix it up with different people, and this is the most disrespectful I've seen him being with someone. Like, he comes in judging, making assumptions. And like I said, maybe they should have had a conversation before setting up a show to do together, because they have said some very messed up things about each other over the years. Now, it wasn't really, I think it was more of the situation and their opinions about certain things than attacking each other personally, although some of it was kind of personal, but don't nobody know each other's business. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been hashed out before they actually agreed to be in a room together. So all of this over the years of animosity and I guess just not clicking in certain areas, and they could hash that out on camera. Well, this is how I feel about this because of, type thing. Anton knows how to mix it up with different people. He should have just stayed in his lane with Corey's audience as opposed to trying to down talk.
Yeah, that's the down talking. Down talking would trigger me. I'm like, hey man, because like one of the things
like
that I used
saying I'm gonna get you off the Democratic plantation was completely out of line. He's not Corey doesn't do political.
Yeah, he just talk. He roasted. It's been times he roasted Democrats on some. They be on some BS, especially when they talking about the alphabet situation. He go hard on them.
Mm-hmm.
And the way, like the feminist stuff, he go hard on too. So I mean, that was a little out there.
Absolutely.
Can I say,
Absolutely.
like, he had there's been a lot of people that have been criticizing him for his income, for his finances. So I had seen a few videos where people were criticizing him, you know, based on the theory of fake it till you make it type deal. Like he wasn't rich, and now he's gotten to this point where he's rich, and now he's, you know, downplaying all of the people that don't have the type of finances that he has. Add to the fact that he's coming on there and trying to get these wow moments or like these viral moments, which is completely viral, you know, at this point. But on top of that, it's like you're trying to school people on their platforms. You're trying to over debate, you know, like you're not trying to have a conversation. You're just trying to get like that I'm stunting on everybody and I'm the best at what I do. That's cool. You can say that you're competitive in your skill set, but it doesn't come off as like humble, like you have a humble bone, and you don't got to be humble neither. But it just seemed a little odd that every time I see him now, he's trying to get these viral moments out of people. He's down talking people. He ain't got nothing nice to say, basically. Nothing.
So are we not going to talk about when he went up on Kwame platform and was talking all kind of shit about that other basketball player, and then when the basketball player hit the link, he fanned out.
Yeah, Kenyon Martin.
Exactly.
Kenyon Martin. Like I know people that play with Kenyon. Like Anson know people who play with Kenyon. So like that's not what you want. But like the thing is too, I think part of this is because this, for real, like if you lived in the suburb anytime and go back to the hood, you get that animosity. You know what I mean? So I think he is a way for him, and plus the internet been going hard on him on like some chicks on like him and his old lady and everything. This might be a little defensive mechanism, you know what I mean?
I don't know why he said he was from Detroit and then he ain't stand on it. I'm gonna say that didn't look good.
They both didn't stand on it. They keep it a buck.
But like, that's Corey platform though. Corey ain't gotta really at that point.
Corey ain't got to fuck up his money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But,
he worked hard for that.
But Anton didn't look that man in the face at all, bro. He didn't look that man in the eye. Even when he dapped him up, bro, he was just on some sap shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like you didn't look tough, bro. You look like you don't understand what it looks like to have a stand, not even a standoff with a man, like, or like you was even prepared for battle, because from all of the clips I be seeing where people be getting socked out on platforms, they be sitting in the chair with their head straight, with their eyes looking everywhere else, but at the man, like, bro, you didn't look tough, bro. I'm sorry.
This is how it looked. They both, in my opinion,
he kept screaming, "I'm from Detroit." Like, nigga, do you have hands?
Yeah. And on Anton's point, he did say, "Hey, let's go outside." He did say that. Just take this. We go. And at that point, once he put SMD, we're gonna get to that point. Once he gets to that point, yeah, y'all gotta go outside, or y'all gotta get to the hour mark. Hey, we got good enough footage.
Yeah,
what we doing? You know what I mean? Like me and my
Let's take a quick commercial break because it's gonna take too long.
Oh yeah, Zeus said, "What's up, Phoenix?" We were talking about this little. He was like, "Man, you were out of pocket with the SMD." Yeah, he got a little small.
Yeah, you just don't say that. Like, that's not normal here.
Nah.
Like, you would get your ass whooped.
Like, tell you the truth, like, I haven't heard somebody. Now, the worst I've heard is like I heard somebody tell another person, "Man, go eat a bag of dicks for that bullshit." You know, something like that. Not necessarily you inviting them to your stuff. It's more of a lighter way of saying it without saying it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Go I heard eat a bag of flaming hot dicks for when you say that shit, something like that. But it's you know, nobody saying, "Oh, you inviting them to your," because when you do that, that's an issue. That's gonna be that's an issue there.
In his defense, I'll say that he didn't invite him directly to his. He tried to generalize it like, "Oh, you're on every other man's private area in the community," and I'm like, "What? That didn't even make sense. I've never heard a man word it like that." You know what I mean?
That was weird. There, I'm like,
Yeah,
Very
he
strange.
had the nerve
that was
to
weird.
turn around and say, like Corey said, you kissed the white man's ass, and you sucked the black people. Like that was so out of pocket.
Yeah.
Now he said, like, I studied you, so you know good and damn well that wasn't some shit to say to that man.
Yeah,
You knew the type of reaction you was gonna get saying that to him if you studied him.
Man, look, it's like this. To this day, I still got wraps. I still got 2 pairs of boxing gloves. You know, I need to get some new. I have mouth guard in there. I need to get a new mouth guard. I still got that shit in my trunk with next to the situations. If you know what I'm talking about, Boogie.
You know, I know what you're talking about. And see, that's another thing, man. You know, Corey hinted to that as well, and I feel like that was uncalled for. But yeah, that's kind of where it be leading to when it come to us, man. We don't never, and that's the one thing I appreciate about Corey is like he toned it down and he said, you know what, man, I got to get back in this pocket where I can debate this man. At this point, you want to debate me, so let's just have a debate. Let's call it for what it is, and you know, get back to the topics. But other than that, bro, you're basically pushing a line that didn't have to be pushed. You could have easily came back with you kiss ass as well. He could have said that, but yeah, taking it to the next level was just, you know, it seemed like as if he was nervous. And I heard another man say that, but he definitely looked nervous in a sense of this isn't something that he's used to doing on a platform that gets overlooked by a lot of black people. And once again, you're being criticized as a raccoon and you're not for black people. You don't stand with us. So yeah, it just looked a little nervous, you know. You looked a little nervous up there.
Yeah, it's all that stuff. That's what gives that credence more ammunition. Like, I'm never gonna say I ain't black. I'm never gonna say that. I'm like I said, like that's just not gonna be. Man, like that's so. How my black ass gonna look? Say I'm not black.
Yeah, he was tripping.
That's crazy.
He was tripping.
Yeah, he was dead wrong for that. But like, here's the thing, Corey, both of them, they both was wrong in some aspects in this. I'm not gonna put one out of the other because, like, from what I'm hearing, Corey, like it was some when Corey bring up the girl and everything like that. That's kind of foul to, you know, as colorful for it is. I mean, that's you mess with people assholes at that point. You know, I get both sides, but like, damn, yeah, it was just I'm not putting one or the other. Like, Anton definitely was tripping. Don't get me wrong. Whatever, but let's read. Let's listen some more. Let's see.
Oh, I was gonna say in these streets, once it's fuck me, it's fuck you and everything about you.
I know. Hey,
and is she a public figure?
Still,
is his wife? Yeah, is his wife a public figure? Okay.
Yeah, that's one. Like it's a little. I don't know. That was a little touchy there from Corey's standpoint, but I get what he was doing. It was on that type of time.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick motherfucker. Right. That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers. That's the first thing.
That was a shot. You know, that was a shot. That was a shot. If y'all agree? Was that a shot?
Not necessarily. Corey has said that over the years before, more than once.
I'll give that slight one.
So I can't say that was a direct. I can't say that was a direct but dude is just sitting there. So yeah, if it
Yeah,
fit, yup.
yeah. This I'm just gonna give it a little Tech 9.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely that was a shot at him because at this point you're judging me, I'm judging you, and
Yep.
I'm looking at you like a slick mup. That's what I'm looking at you at.
That was a slight one there. Look, just for anybody to know, this is slick. That's the red, and that's the switch. All right.
Agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate the what's the lady who calls herself a doctor? I'm blanking right now.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Dr. Bryant." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything, and I listened to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally, today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate.
He did prove that today. He did in a lot of cases was logical later on. Until I mean, we all agreed on that, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. He did. It was just that one little moment where he wanted it to be known, hey dog, that's a boundary. But outside of that, he stayed logical.
Yeah, I give him. The thing
It
is,
took all kind of logic to sit there in that damn seat. He was hurt there.
oh man, when that motherfucker said move, Charlotte, I saw that. Said, oh shit.
I was anticipating a swing. I definitely was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, and you know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
And it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am. You need a mic, ma'am.
I want to let the girl he didn't let get in there. You remember? That was another talking point.
Was she yelling something in the back? I didn't hear her.
Yeah, she would yell something in the background right then. That's why he said that. Let's see, we go back.
Oh, I guess.
Hold on. Let's see if we hear it.
Today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like everything comes in its season for a man like me. I don't say I got all the answers to everything, but I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, and you know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
And it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
She yelled right there. You heard him?
Who we listening for?
All right.
I
We
heard a
listening
little
for
bit.
somebody in there.
I couldn't make out what she was. Somebody in the background. It was a lady in the
Hands on
background.
All right. So it's all right here.
Boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. I still couldn't make out what the hell she was saying, but I
Yeah,
see
I
why
heard
he
it.
was like, "Excuse me, ma'am."
Ma'am, you need a
Yeah,
mic.
it was an echo.
Boring to hear just one person's take or views on.
This is what we're gonna do. This is what we do. Let's
things. This makes it interesting.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Darlene was talking. We couldn't hear it. That's what it was. That's the reason why we couldn't hear it. She was talking. The old girl was talking. Oh, that's another thing. Probably set Corey off because like comedians do not like unauthorized chatter when they talk, and a show going on. That's like
That's true.
A heckle, yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what. That's
She cutting
another
off
part.
Darlene while she's talking, and Darlene's actually on the show, and you all
On the
in the
show.
background trying to yell some shit.
Yeah.
That's rude as fuck.
Yeah.
Need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic. God damn it.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people. And it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
You need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest.
See, that's what
But
I was
we'll
gonna
get to
say.
that.
That's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic.
Yeah. I hate that argument because if you don't like somebody, like I've known some people of our community that absolutely hate Hispanic folks to the T. And I mean, how can you not call that racist just because they don't have a necessary power over the people they don't like? I never understood that argument.
But racism also consists of power. My bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like racism has, like the definition. One of the words in the definition is power. We have power over because we're too busy fighting each other over dumb shit. That's number one. Number two is the word you're looking for is prejudice. The thing is, you cannot like a culture of people for your reasons. That's a prejudice. Because a lot of that stuff that you were prejudiced about is unfounded. You make the most of that shit up in your head. Oh, they think they better. Who told you that?
So I would argue this.
Well, they get more than we do. Okay, well, you ain't fighting for that shit. You too busy fighting each other. We could have been had the shit that we were supposed to have if we came as.
Yeah.
You know the difference between us and them? They stick together. Even if they infighting.
Yep.
You don't know that shit. I have literally watched them. They sitting down around a goddamn fire drinking beer and have.
Hey, you breaking up, Phoenix?
That ain't us.
Hey, Phoenix, you breaking up?
We too quick to try to execute each other and point out each other's flaws and make that the character of the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody else get more than we do. Oh, we built this country. Yeah, but you didn't stick together to make sure that we actually benefit from what we built.
That part.
You rather fight me than fight a motherfucker that took from you.
Yep.
But see, we're not the race of people that have to answer for Jim Crow. We're not the race of people that have to answer for all of the 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 unalivings and the lynchings and the sit-ins at the diners. We not the people that got to answer for that. That's a whole other race of people. Why can't you acknowledge that those people put our ancestors through something that still affect them to this day? Why is that always overlooked? Especially even if you're in a greater situation. And this is how I look at it. When you go in these beautifully architects made type neighborhoods, you're going to see a few black people. You're not going to see a whole community of them. You're going to see only a few of them that, yes, they successfully made it up out of a situation. They might even be on the sides of those people, getting along with them, pandering to them, etc. But you're not going to see a whole group of them. If you go to the more worse or terrible parts of a community or neighborhood, you're going to see predominantly black people in those neighborhoods, or minorities, whatever the case may be. Those black people are the ones that still suffering, still got to work for that particular race that we're referring to. They're the ones that are still affected by the things that took place 60 and 100 years ago. So why can't that be acknowledged?
I think part of it is, one, if somebody go out that situation, go to the other side. I'm talking about as in living there, not fully going out, but living there, understanding, different cultures and stuff, to come back and be like reporting it or whatever. We get pushback. Oh, you didn't stay here. You ain't real because you didn't stay here and suffer with me. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that shit.
That's
I hate that. Don't forget where you come from. I'm trying to. I fought so hard to get the hell up out of here. Why can't I forget?
Yeah,
if it's the shoes on the other foot, you be on.
Yeah, get guilt tripped and get, oh, you think you this, you think you that. You see, it's a lot of that going on. So I understand your point, Boogie. I understand full well, but what I'm saying is there's another element in our community, our psyche, that haven't matured enough to be like, hey, how can I get to where you at? What I need to do? Who do you know? Not communicating what right. Try to communicate. Hey, let's do. What can we do to better this situation here? Because like everybody else community does that. Like if you go talk to Hispanic, you might have a couple people. They're gonna be a whole family doing trades, doing everything they need to be doing. But it's gonna be a select few that's gonna end up being the police force. It's gonna be somebody that's a woman that's gonna end up being accountant or some type of lawyer, just real estate agent. So she, so they could just go. They understand the property rights, property value, the whole nine. They understand everything. They all got a mission. The problem is we don't have a mission. Because the thing is, the people that will be making a mission ain't been exiled out the community in a lot of cases. Now I'm talking about the masculine man. What we be talking about all the time. Just now we are able to talk. We just basically have a good conversation with our female counterparts to be like, hey, you know what? We need to hit this. We need to do this. We need to do this. To get to that to get somewhat to that next level. It just happened. It just happened to be because, now on our personalities like your Kevin Samuels and other people, even KB in some regard, it's saying the stuff we've been trying to say for so long. Now it's more socially acceptable now. You know what I mean?
It would make sense if once again those atrocities never took place with our people, man. What do we think? What do we think the effects would be based on the causes of why those people are in those situations? They're still recovering, bro. So it might not happen with our generation, but who's to say it won't happen in the next few generations? Because yes, you do have more young black men and women. They're becoming more educated. They're getting better careers. They're learning more skills and trades at this point. So yes, it will occur. But to say that it's going to occur just 60 years after slavery and Jim Crow, that don't even make sense, man. That's literally one grandparent.
No, I'm not saying everything gonna be 100% perfect after. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we right now we have a blueprint on what we actually need to be doing. A lot of times, a lot of people fail. A lot of our parents and them fail because they got too comfortable. In a lot of cases, they got too happy. You know, a lot of them party a lot, especially in the 70s. I mean, Bill Cosby is a victim of that. You know, that they kept it going way too long and lost focus. Now it's a situation we pretty much all focus if you paying attention. Like Boogie, you have your lives and you see a lot of people jumping up in there and everything because they want to know the information. That's just the way it is right now. People want truth, want edge, especially Generation Z and like Alpha. They ain't hearing, man. Look, if I told you how my nephew's talking, like they consuming anything, everything, information wise to better their situation and not get tricked up in these streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I agree with that, and I think that in due time, but it just seems as if we're overlooking all of the distractions that have led up to what we're seeing now with the percentage of the young men. And like they said, those statistics also have been manipulated because there's really not a lot of black on black crime. It's a very small percentage of people that's doing that. To say that that's how we approach every situation is just false. It's a false narrative and it needs to be overlooked. But think about that. That's the information they're pushing out here, is that all of our young black men are willing to do the most terrible things to society. We're creating all of the ruckus in America is what's being said about our people. That sounds like systemic racism to me.
And
to push that agenda. What
and
those are the
and let's be particular. Let's be specific. All right, because like the easy answer say white institutions, right? That'd be the easy answer to say. I'm going to go straight up to who's specifically saying this, because like what I'm seeing on the right, I'm seeing I see more and more. I got a classmate, Brandon Tatum was my classmate. This got a fucking big platform. Even though I don't agree with 100% what he's saying, don't get me wrong. Well, my point is, you got a lot of personalities coming out the woodwork. Speaking on, all right, some things we could get from Brandon Tatum when he deal with like the police and how to react to that and everything, what they looking for. That's some game to be known. Now you might not like this approach. You might think, he might be whitewashing this, whatever. Hey, that's your business. I understand where you come from, but like there is some game if you just listen to from a cop point of view to learn, right? There's something for that. I'm not saying go follow him or anything. I'm just saying that's a piece of information we can all get. Cause like what I've been saying, this is just something to better our community. I'm telling all my nephews get dash cams when you driving. Get dash cams. So you ain't fit and have your insurance on your phone, so you don't have to do because some of these cops they scary. They dealing with a lot. They scary. And they gonna see you thinking this, thinking that. You can't control how people think. You got on control what you could do. Am I wrong on that?
Or you're already being targeted. They can say they fear for their life, but honestly, they could be lying about that. They could really just be placed where they're at to put harm on, our communities, man. I just think that a lot of things are being manipulated when it comes to our young black men and women, and a lot of people are falling for it.
It is a bunch of gatekeepers. That looks like I said, all skin folk and kin folk. So you got to be careful in seeing like what are their intentions, where are they trying to lead us. Like one thing I've said since I've discovered, we can be sheep, no, sheep get led to slaughter by their owners.
Yeah, no.
I'm not trying to be a sheep. No, I'm never gonna be anybody's sheep because you ain't leading me to the slaughter. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Those
And,
folks are put in place to mislead us. They benefit, but we suffering, following that.
and what I would say too on that, to go on that, like with these celebrities and everything, look, only thing I want from somebody, and I know it ain't gonna sound like this chub and dribble thing. I ain't saying that. I just want you just give me a good product I can support you on. I can be done with it. I don't need politics from you really, because I know my politics. What's wrong? What you laughing at? What's up? What's up?
I'm laughing at the cat.
The cat.
I'm sorry. Yeah. My mama got a cat. He's up here
Oh,
looking for his spot. And his spot is gone. You are not allowed in here.
oh, gee.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah. My whole, I get the look. The atrocities been there, and like shit. You go get back to even Jim Crow laws. It was because a lot of our free ancestors was making too much money, and them white Democrats back in the gap say, "Oh no, we got to do something about this up in Maryland. Go read Fletcher Douglass. You'll find that out real quick." He talk about that shit. So like what I'm saying is like that's why we need to be politically active in some cases, locally especially, because a lot of this shit get done locally and we don't even know about it because we enjoy our life, or we trying to make ends meet in some cases and not know. We gotta be knowing this shit now. That's why I'm a little bit against what Corey's saying about the voting thing. Nah, you need to vote. Like you need to vote locally, and you need to be mindful of what you're voting for. That's another key. Just vote and just be voting. No, that's dumb. That is sucker shit right there. But if you know what you're voting for, you know the policies, or better yet, invest your money, and became a landlord or what say, or a business owner or whatever. Yeah, you better be knowing these politicians, know what they trying to do, have an idea.
If this is what I'll say to that, if racism or classism as well wasn't an issue for black people, then we wouldn't be pressing the line so hard. We wouldn't be pushing this. Hey man, we need to vote. Hey man, right? We can find our ways around racism if it wasn't a factor in our people's communities. We do need to get in the system because it's not our system, obviously. We do have to find our ways into that system to make sure that we can dominate what we want. We can get what we want out of it. But how has that worked out for us though, Taryn? Think about that. Even when you say, yo, think about your local electives and what can benefit your community directly. How has that really shaped out for us? It's still, you still have poverty, you still have impoverished, you still have kids not reading, kids undereducated, they're not getting they're not really, majority of them not benefiting from scholarships, grants, funding, and all of that. Those people are still in debt, bro. Those people still working 9 to 5s, terrible pay. I don't really see it shaping out to be something that we all can benefit from. When you look at other communities, yes, those communities benefit completely from all of those grants, funds, scholarships, education, so many different factors to look at when we say, yeah, man, they really over there grinding it out, and they communities are shaping up to be, well-rounded citizens. But for the most part, our people are doing that too. But it just seems like there's a portion of our people still being left out, still being unheard, unspoken for, and still have to worry about racism and classism. So that's something that,
And let me say this. Let me say this about that group you're speaking of, right? Because a lot of the situation with that, a lot of it's bad choices. Let's kind of keep it a buck here. A lot of it's bad choices. Lot of bad choices lead to poverty in that aspect. Now, it's some systematic stuff going on. I'm not gonna suffer in front of you. But then again, when it comes down to it, somebody got to decide. All right, I don't want to be a part of this type of situation anymore. A lot of people have made that decision. you're not gonna say nobody's gonna save everybody. No system on this earth saves everybody. If you think capitalism bad, socialism it's gonna be worse on the situation because now the people who got the power out of that stuff is gonna really put the boot down on folks, especially if they ain't working the way.
Set up for you.
What's up?
The system is imperfect, which means it's not set up for us to succeed anyway. What we fail to do is strategize in our own success.
That part.
Because I said earlier, we're just too busy fighting each other when just look at the typical black family. It's like, okay, once you turn 18, you're on your own. Why is that? Other people don't do that.
I'm telling you. Telling you.
In a lot of cases,
there can't be too many grown people in my house.
And how many? And like, is that household a 2-parent household in a lot of cases? Now it's becoming that.
Regardless, it's the wrong fucking mindset.
It is the wrong mindset. I'm not debating that, but like, that's why I say it's so important for more marriages in our community in that case. Because like, if there's no balance in that household, you know, that attitude is gonna persist. Because like the attitude, like my brother, for example, one of my nieces is going to college and stuff. Like the door's open for her to always come back there and get her stuff together if she have to. You know what I'm saying? Because he understand like between 19 to 25, that could ruin your life. That could ruin your life if you mess up. You know what I mean? It could be a hard road if you don't get things tightened down right then and there. You know. So he giving up grace and like, hey, you know, I respect it because like, you know, I kind of want to do that with I got daughters. It's different with daughters. You know what I mean? Technically, y'all really don't supposed to be out until y'all married. If you're going back to old school,
right.
You know,
absolutely. You're not grown until you are married, and then half that time, you still, even after you married, if you go back to biblical days, you still in your parents' house. I think for like 90 days.
Either that
after marriage.
Either that, or you live on the land because like back then they had compounds.
What we call compounds now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, I want to tell Boogie like the real issue is it's not necessarily us not doing it. It's the corruption. It's a lot of corruption, and that's what we really need to talk about. Like we're talking about this right now. This is a good distraction because like right now we got planes going to Iran right now as we speak. I didn't even bring that up. Trump ain't playing. Put it that way. He ain't playing.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not.
And
he's not. But yeah, this I want to say interview just goes to show you how far the gap is between us, basically. Yeah. Everybody wants the same, everybody has the same goals. You know, we want to be financially stable, we want to have our households in order, we want to have our own homes, cars, be able to travel, this and that, so forth. But we are so busy. Like, we are the only group of people that there can only be one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's enough out here for everybody. Yeah. But we will attack each other, degrade each other, speak on ill of each other's characters, and for what?
It gets us nowhere.
I'm better than you, and I don't see why you get to have this and I don't. Well, you can. If you, instead of attacking me, why don't you learn from me? And what God has for you is for you. If you're a believer in that, then what I have shouldn't matter. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. what you do with yours, if you spend half much time focusing on what it is that you're trying to accomplish as opposed to scheming on how to take mine off, take mine away, we you would be a lot further in life because you'd be focused on you.
And to answer this, Boogie, I get that mindset because
Ugh.
that's what that's what the young folks probably would be seeing. But the thing
Ugh.
is, we have to be that example. Like I'm telling you, Boogie Pop, you don't probably know this, you probably didn't hear about this. But like my mother-in-law passed, I was talking to my brother-in-law, and we were just chopping up game, and he was like, he just busted out and was like, hey, you don't know how your nephews and your nieces and them see look up to you because like you married my sister and y'all strong. Y'all ain't ain't no arguing, ain't no tripping. Y'all doing what y'all need doing. Y'all always fun and stuff when we see y'all. And she really loved you and stuff, man. He was just really just coming at. He was a little fucked up. I ain't gonna lie about it. But we all was. It was it was a little sad situation. But like, yeah, our actions speak louder. We could talk about Jim Crow. We could talk about Rosewood, Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? Every goddamn atrocity that happened, Lincoln, Nebraska, all those atrocities that happen to our people. We could talk about that till we blue in the face. But if our kid, the younger generation don't see you and your old lady and us having like everybody having a healthy relationship, confident in their skin, knowledgeable about things. If they don't see that, they will fall victim to the party and the mess and drama and everything. They'll fall victim to that because like, they're like, hey, they doing it. I just do it like this. So like that, it starts with us. It starts with like, the truck drivers in our community tell the young guy, hey man, you get the bag doing this. It starts like that. We could talk, like I said, we could talk about slavery till we blue in the face.
I can't talk about slavery till I'm blue. I ain't never been I kind of been a slave to a certain extent, but I ain't never been that type of slave. Like that's not my experience.
So,
at least I got paid for my work.
Yeah.
I can say that. The thing is, I'd rather see how we can move forward as opposed to constantly looking back. It's good to know how far you come, but you can't keep like Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt from looking back.
Yep. And that could
move
be
forward. Because as long as you're looking forward, the blessings are on the other side. It ain't behind you; it's in front of you.
Yeah, and that whole story could be a think about everybody who look back and will become bitter and salty about everything. Like that's a weakness within itself. I mean, I'm not saying forget anything. Don't get me wrong. Trust me, I don't forget shit. But like that's where forgiveness really come in play, because like forgiveness is you letting go of that burden, that pain of that atrocity in order for you to think clearly and how to, use it in a positive way. That's really what it's for. And
yeah, I agree.
And I ain't saying forget. Look, always. That's why I treat everybody on an individual basis. But you have to have a keen knowledge and understanding that this shit all can go wrong. Like, for example, let us go on a date depression, right? Or something negative when like we got resources and keep resources. That's where you really see who's for you, who's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of us gonna be stealing from each other, and we want to deal with that. And other races don't have the same aspect. It's human nature, man. All right. let's get a little bit more of this. And I got some more stuff that I can run through real quick. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's false.
Really?
I just think.
Hey, go on mute real quick. You got feedback.
Okay.
A guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wanted to becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time, almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Pause on this part. Hey, Phoenix, is it a blizzard out there where you at?
Unfortunately, there is, and I gotta make sure that my kids get the hell up out of here tomorrow morning and go to school because they can't stay here.
I just went on X. Let me find this. I'm gonna show you this. I gotta show you this real quick. Hold on, I gotta get this off X. This is crazy.
Listen, all I know is we had to walk to school in this crap. Nowadays they talking about, oh, we can't make it. It's too dangerous. It was dangerous when our asses had.
Look at this.
That look about right. It's not just the snow; it's the wind blowing the snow off the ground as well.
You got firewood?
No, but my son about to be out there getting it tomorrow.
That's cold blooded. You're supposed to already have firewood, girl. You know the game.
I love my baby, but he got to go. But see, I don't think anybody's seen this shit coming.
It's January. What are you talking about?
And it hardly snowed.
Hey,
it did hardly snow. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a surprise for my old lady this weekend. Yeah, you'll see it on Sunday.
What, you gonna throw her in the snow?
No. I'll be taking it.
I know it don't snow down there.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
That would be a surprise, though.
It's supposed to be, we're supposed to get real bad something next week, starting next week.
Listen, all I know is school better not be closed tomorrow. Probably will be, but I'm praying that it don't be.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him.
Fuck with who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We fuck with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this point.
Absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative.
If y'all haven't watched it, I believe it's a movie. It's a Netflix movie, and showed how the Republican Party was during Reconstruction and everything. So it actually showed Booker T. Washington. What's that fucking movie called? I talked about it, Phoenix. What that movie called on Netflix? It was about Garfield. It just came out.
I don't remember the name of that movie.
Well, hold up. lightning. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they showed Booker T. Washington in there, and some of the people don't know, like the first black senators and everything, they were all Republican. So that's some truth to what he's saying.
You know, it's funny though. I was gonna make the comment that a lot of black people, you know, you're on your social media feeds, you'll see, oh, our ancestors will be rolling over in the grave if they knew you voted for Trump. No. Your ancestors was Republican. You better look that shit up for real.
Man, I will argue. I bet if like Huey P. Newton was still alive, he'd probably be rocking with Trump right now.
Absolutely.
Go read his memoirs in jail. God damn, that motherfucker was libertarian bitch. I'm like, it surprised me because, like, you know, Hampton and all them, they were pretty much socialist, damn near communists, but he was on some other shit.
Right. Like, I would say this. I agree completely with Anton when he said all of a sudden when Trump decided to run as a Republican, that's when they labeled him as a racist. Anytime before that, all of them hung out with Trump. If he was a racist, none of them would be having pictures with him or anything. Diddy used to party with Trump. They would, you know, be seen out in those social events or whatever, taking pictures with him. Mike Tyson said when he went to prison for that charge that they so-called found him guilty for, Trump was the one putting money on his books. Same with Tupac. When Michael Jackson was on trial, Trump was there on Michael's side. Support Michael. Racists don't do that. A white racist man does not do that. Matter of fact, even when Mike Tyson was trying to get back in boxing, Trump allowed him to do that at one of his casinos.
Yup.
A racist man, a white man is not going to do that. Now all of a sudden, because he ran Republican, oh, he's a racist. He's the dirtiest thing that ever happened. Oh, he's a dictator.
And the Democrats are in trouble in this capacity because, like, if you talk to, I want to get to the whole thing going on in Minnesota.
They slogan now is vote for me, at least we not Trump.
What's up?
I said they slogan nowadays is vote for me, we're not Trump.
No, I want to talk to Boogie about because if you want to talk about somebody with white privilege, that and look, I'm still struggling with that. I'm almost there. I'm almost about to say she deserves it. I'm almost there. Because that lady them ladies were fucking with them ICE agents because you know they hurt your feelings or whatever, you feel some type of way. Yeah, man, like that's some white privilege for your ass right there.
Yeah.
She actually thought that the ICE agents were gonna have rubber bullets.
Not when you pull off in your car and try to run one of them over. That's when once they're like, now any other time they say, I fear for my life, white people are quick to believe that. Now that you can actually see that his life was in danger because she tried to hit him with a whole car, and he
had internal bleeding. He had internal bleeding too.
He still didn't deserve to die. He still didn't deserve to die. It's like, oh, okay, so everybody else did, just not her. Oh, I got it.
Man, I'm
thanks for clearing up that confusion.
I'm telling you right now, man. Look. If somebody trying to run me over and it's on me, and I have a chance, yeah, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to jail. I bet
say that.
I'm just going. Hey, I don't want to do it, but goddamn, it's me and them. Let's leave it at that.
What does it mean?
All right.
That we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit. I'm telling you,
Right,
what
you
it
saying
stands for.
you don't fuck with the backdooring shit?
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say.
That's a shot right there. That's how he said it. Didn't sound like he was convinced that Anton. He think Anton's on that level. That's a shot. Slight, but it's a shot.
Because there's some backdoor Republicans
and
I
we were
know.
taught by our parents.
Come on.
We were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents that we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities, regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board. We were taught to vote that no matter what. You vote Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties on a very fundamental level, not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the fuck you want to do. And Democrats want more control, so they want to control what your money is, where your tax dollars go, and what you can do with your money.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
That's the fundamental difference.
I'm gonna tell you this. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm just telling you.
I'm listening.
The people in charge are not Democrats or Republicans.
I understand that.
Kamala Harris is allowed to do whatever.
Here's my theory on what he means by that. I know it might be thinking the Jays, but it's a little bit deeper than that, in my opinion. If you want to talk about a lot of the politicians, WEF, they run the show. And it's curious seeing how Trump moved, because it's hard for me to believe Trump is getting controlled by WEF or anybody of that nature. He doing what the fuck he want to do. He just being mindful about it now, in my opinion. Any disagreement on that?
No, that's yeah, I believe that. The thing is, they hate Trump the most because he can't be controlled. Like, at the end of the day, he is a threat to the things that they've already set up to benefit them, not us. So it is what it is on that front.
You know, I've been thinking about this deeply out of everything going on. I think there's a split in the whole quote unquote ruling class folks going on. And I kind of get a vibe that Trump is actually exploiting that split. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, it's put it in perspective, right? If you're a ruling class person, you wouldn't want China to get too big for their britches naturally. Because you won't be able to trust China. So getting somebody like Trump to do all the dirty work for you in order to keep some of the status quo alive, or actually enhance the status quo, would that be a net benefit? Make you think, huh?
Yeah, I still go back to we need to depend more on ourselves than a structure of government that's already proven and that we know for a fact does not give a fuck about it. We can still work within those laws that we swear up and down was not written for us. That we still have to abide by, but we would have to actually work together to build something that is for us without their control, their help or input. Once they get to that level, we will be a lot better off as a people. Yeah, we still gonna have to pay our taxes because again, we're gonna abide by the laws.
Yeah.
But we would not have to bend for them. Because anybody that gives you something that is not from the heart, they hang it over your head. They dangle it like a carrot.
So part of me believes this. Part of me believes that the quote unquote establishment love everything Trump doing because he's doing all the dirty work. Like you legitimately taking out almost every or rendering every enemy America has within and out pretty much not a threat. Like the far left been harassing the establishment Democrats since Occupy Wall Street. Isn't it weird that because the political thing they should have been doing when Trump got back in there and won the popular vote is accept that was a mandate and kind of work together to better the nation. Start hollering at us, get us situated, get this immigration situated. It should have been like an all hands on deck after that situation. That's how it usually be when you have a mandate election like that, right? Because it's but they went the opposite. They pandered to the side that would do violent action, do some of this stuff. It makes me think about that type of shit, right? And then there's no emphasis on the black community in that side right now. They so worried about the immigrants and not finding scams and stuff and all that stuff instead of coming to us and saying, hey, what y'all need out this week? Let's go negotiate with him or let's go protest on your behalf type shit. Have you noticed we just been kind of put on the back burner?
We never left the back burner. Everybody gets for themselves. We don't.
Exactly.
They didn't have a hate. We don't even have a hate crime bill, although we have experienced more hate than any other. Hold on. Crap, school's gonna be closed tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm getting emergency.
I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you.
God, dog.
It was strange. I'm like, man, let me think on.
But nah, everybody else get ahead of already been established. It's not exclusively for us. But the little bit of alleged, because I haven't seen it, but I can't downplay anybody else's experience, or maybe they was just looking to be hated on, whatever. I think it was more pushed by the media than what was actually going on in real life. After the whole 19 thing came out, they was like, oh, they hating on us Asians, they blaming us for it, blah, 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 blah. They are attacking us left and right. Okay, whatever. I mean, up until the shutdown, we were still going to y'all nail salons. And even after they lifted the ban, we were still rushing to the nail salons. So I'm not seeing where the hate came from. Whatever. But you got a bill passed immediately.
Now, here's the thing. That's where that came from. A lot, not necessarily Florida, not necessarily down here. It's a lot of stuff happened in California where they actually got real beat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that part.
No sense to me though.
Yeah, it's not gonna make sense. Oh, should we keep going through this? I could get. They ain't got to the shots fired part. The real shots. I almost want to just have a whole live dedication to this. Because it's a lot.
I'm sure.
Because like, because let me show you this. You got another video. Nick Shirley does. You got another video. All right. Hey, go on mute real quick. Feedback. Real bad feedback. All right.
This new president, he's allowed to do whatever he is willing to do or they allow him to do.
Facts.
Everything is allowed. There are people in charge of this nation that flat out run shit. And if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're going to keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it. We have a less.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
people
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote. And
I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents. We had Democratic presidents. We in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if it's local.
It matters.
If you vote,
absolutely matters.
That means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your ancestors
it's so funny to
didn't do it like this. Because people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's
war. All sucker shit.
It's
going
a war
on.
every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem. We need physical wars.
It's not.
Until motherfuckers ready to jump it off,
it's not.
We gonna always be talking. But see, real gladiators don't talk. Real gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who are you under control by?
It ain't. You under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that woman?
All right, Corey was dead wrong on this one because we saw all the footage in we saw all the footage on that one. Like I disagree with Corey on that. That lady, I've been Phoenix.
He lost me on that.
He did wrong for that one. That was his dead wrong moment. I don't think. See, this what
I can't agree with everything somebody said. Though I get it. Like that's his frustration. Again, Corey has been Corey for years. This type of stuff has not changed. He's always felt like this, so it shouldn't be shocking to anyone. I've never agreed with that. Like, oh, voting is for suckers. Well, you don't know unless you vote. And like Anton's trying to say, a lot of people do the turnout for the federal elections, but they fail to show up for the local elections. And then just like we see town hall meetings and all these different things happening locally, a lot of folks that are involved in a local elections, they are the ones that show up to those town hall meetings. And then there's a lot of folks that don't think because they're not getting what they need. I guess locally they blame the federal government because the blame always shifts. That they think that local elections are not important.
Man, I argue voting for the state constitutional stuff, amendments is key. Like me and my lady don't even see eye to eye and stuff because like I'm an outlaw. I'm in, but like shit, our constitution, man, it had a lot of tax break type shit. You're like, man, like, but that's the benefit of living in goddamn great state of Texas. They trying to find ways for us to keep our money and to spend it on shit like boost the economy. They think about taking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's better that way. Like, and that's the key. I was actually proud of her. She read that. I'm like, man, did you just bring in that? She was like, hell no. She's saving money.
Right. Now that'd be the goal.
Yeah. So, I mean, my point is like, I mean, how many constitutional elections y'all voted in? Like, I mean, that was literally I lived all my life, man. That's literally the first one I ever went to vote. I didn't even know what was going on. I'm embarrassed to say that my wife knew about it more than me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what your helpmate's supposed to do. Help your ass out.
Yeah, she told me, like, all right, let's go.
What you don't know she do, what she don't know you do.
Yeah.
That's where the balance comes in at.
But hey, I don't agree with Corey on that part. I don't agree with talking about that chick that was
He from Chicago. They going through hell right now just because of the mayor.
Oh yeah.
So, Chicago has always been segregated. For real. A lot of people forget that.
Power. They show power, of course. You see that.
Yes, Chicago has always been segregated. That's why he said when he was growing up, he didn't know nothing about no Caucasians until he moved out of his environment.
Yeah.
Because they made sure that separation stayed. Like I said, here in Detroit, we got a city at Grosse Pointe. They build a wall to keep our asses out. You know what I'm saying? To keep the folks from the city. There's not a homeless person wandering around begging for change. They kept all that shit out. That's why I said I don't know if it's by race or by class that's happening. But all I do know is a lot of the white people in the good neighborhoods of Detroit, before the niggas came and fucked that shit up, they was moving out the neighborhood because black folks were moving in. They did not stay long. It may be a year for them to save up their money, look for a house, and get the fuck on. That's what the hell they did. I can identify that maybe as race because they didn't want to be around a whole bunch of black people.
Yeah.
The ones that stayed in the city were known as white trash, but eventually they moved and went to the trailer parks in the outskirts of Detroit.
You're cutting.
Yeah.
Am I distorted? Check. Check.
I don't hear distortion, but I don't know how it's coming across.
Check. Yeah, it's coming from y'all. All right, let's go play a little bit more of this. I kind of want to. All right, I'll mute you. Hey, I don't think it's my end. Hey, cut it. Is it you hear it now? Check. Press 1 if you hear it, if it still is distorted. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Check. Yeah, that's from your end. Why is my... It's still distorted right now? I got her muted. Check. Yeah. I think that was that's Phoenix, Mike. Yeah, that's your mic.
Yeah, I just think you like blaming me. But anyway.
Check. See? See, Cutting, I already said it. Why would I be blaming my friend like that, man? You the homie.
Oh, hell. But yeah. Yeah, I don't his Corey's experience is his experience, and maybe that's why he says that with such conviction. But I also would advise him to do more research and how that can help him. But again, voting or not, we still need to be of the mindset of just sticking together and saying fuck the government, because you can't sit up there on one hand and say the government is not for us, they don't give a fuck about us, da 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 da. You have proof of this, and then on the other hand, you constantly dependent on this government that don't give a fuck about you for handouts, or not even handouts, but to help you accomplish certain goals.
Yep. In like I said, Chicago, they haven't had a Republican situation. I mean, they just had a Republican I think a Republican mayor in damn near 80 years.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't keep Chicago politics. I do know, as of late, they have been all up and through my YouTube feed because of that damn mayor and this whole illegal immigrant situation in different states and cities. So yeah. That's why a lot of stuff that used to be blue is flipping red.
Yep. All right, Mush. Let's I'll listen some more. I think I'm gonna find a way to pause it. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's better pick up right now. Go on mute.
Oh, hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
I'm on the streets. I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the ICE agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do.
City of Detroit, not that's cap. In the city of Detroit, our police officers. Child, as long as we ain't out here acting a complete fool, they don't fuck with nobody at all. Now, outside the city, you might want to, but the city of Detroit, unless you're doing donuts in the middle of the freeway during rush hour, or you decide to rob a store or something like that and pow people in front and they sitting outside, that's when they get involved. Outside of that, they not fucking with nobody. They sitting in their car, they collecting a check, and that's what it is.
Yeah. And how y'all crime looking compared to other cities right now? Up there, like
I think crime is still very relevant. Like I said, because people get shot every day here, B. But so the crime is still there. But what I'm saying is the police is not fucking with nobody. Like a traffic stop is just that, a traffic stop. Like out of all the stuff that you've heard about police shootings, Detroit was not mentioned, and it won't be. If there's a child, we've had children missing, kidnapping. Found the little girl was unalived by her auntie and her auntie's boyfriend.
That's fucked up.
Out here wilding, like stuff like that still happens. There is a certain amount of trafficking that goes on out of Michigan. It's a blue state.
Ohio too. Ohio really bad on that shit too.
Absolutely. But as far as like just senseless police doing senseless things, you're not going to hear that out of the city of Detroit. It's not happening.
Yeah.
And Anton stays downtown where there's heavy police presence, so don't you let him fool you with that bullshit. I don't know how. No, he ain't in the heart of shit. He downtown.
Yeah, I know. And my thing, like me and my cousin was having this debate. Like, if you had to move up for a job and you either had to choose Milwaukee or Detroit, which one are you doing? He was like, you know what? I might be going to Detroit. I was like, I thought so. I think it's so too. Milwaukee, hey, that's one place I do not want to live at. You hear me?
Yeah, I don't blame you. It is what it is. Like, everybody gonna have they preferences, and that's what it is.
Yeah, Milwaukee. And then after that, I won't be living in Minneapolis at all. I'm debating. So Friday, we're not gonna have fish fry. But Saturday night, I'm gonna have a fish fry if you want to do it. I'm not gonna be in location. I'm not gonna say where. I bring my laptop. Everything be good. I want to go through this whole thing more thoroughly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little bit more other things to talk about real quick. So let's do it. Oh, this is Sora. Let me go here. I go on mute real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Ask you about this. When you talk about the confusion, and you've been open, obviously, about your support for the president, when you look at the videos of what happened, and I'm sure they're very hard for you, Timmy, to watch if you've even been able to. But the Deputy Attorney General says that the Justice Department doesn't believe that there's evidence to back a criminal investigation, right? And nothing about charges or anything that, just an investigation into what happened in terms of the ICE agents' actions. But they were, according to the prosecutors resigning today, pressuring them to investigate Renee's actions and Becca, her wife's actions. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, it's a hard situation all the way around. It's hard for for everybody involved. I mean, the ICE agent, at first I didn't see the footage where, he was actually, he was actually being ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs. And so in a flash like that, it's hard to say how you would react. From my understanding that he had been through that before, maybe dragged or something. And so, like I said, it's just a hard situation for everybody. Becca, she's a great person as well. I mean, I don't have many enemies. I love everybody. And that's what the Bible tells us, love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But, I think there's some bad choices. And the word says, for the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience. And, it's I don't blame ICE. I don't blame Rebecca. I don't blame Renee. I just wish that, if we're walking the Spirit of God, I don't think she would have been there.
Oh, shit. Did you hear that? That's her daddy.
Oh, is that who that was?
That's her daddy saying this.
Um,
No, that's Renee's good father-in-law. Father-in-law, that's
if she
crazy.
followed the path of God, you know what? Tell me you disappointed that your daughter gay without saying that you disappointed that your daughter is gay, because that is not on the path of God. And if she wasn't listening to that deranged woman,
Drive, baby, drive.
it wasn't even drive, baby, drive. It's just like, why would you get your ass in the middle of the street and park your car to block an ICE agent? That influence had to come from somewhere.
Yep.
You may be influencing others, but you were also influenced
So
for thinking that that was okay.
So this is a tomorrow night we talking about this. Just give you a heads up. I will just give a little preview, but we're gonna go through this thoroughly tomorrow night. I might do the whole 51
That's
thing.
fine.
More when I have more time. Like we gotta really sit down on that shit. I gotta make a thumbnail for it and the whole nine. But here we go. This is a preview.
You don't ask me nothing. $2.25 million. Are we the only community that does fraud? How come they said this building was closed? Do you guys know where advanced mobility is? Advanced mobility? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
They know we're shining the light on the fraud, and they have no defense.
Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds. The Minnesota fraud scandal continues to get worse and worse as billions of dollars of fraud has been exposed, and as I showed the world the blatant fraud taking place at daycares and other locations across Minnesota, it became the most viewed video expose on the internet and created instant change within the government as the Fed sent thousands of federal agents to Minnesota, and the HHS froze over $185 million in all payments to childcare. And while politicians like Tim Walz call people like me white supremacists and far-right delusional conspiracy theorists for exposing the fraud, meanwhile, he actually dropped out of running for re-election. The Minnesota fraud scandal has erupted the nation as protests and riots took place, all starting because daycares like Quality Learning Center were exposed. However, the daycares is only a small portion of the fraud taking place in Minnesota. In this video, I will take you into what has continued to allow this fraud to happen and connect all of the dots for you, exposing all of the fraud from strange connections of the business owners and the politicians who have openly admitted to the fraud on live TV. And to dive deep into the fraud, I met back up with the local David, who has been investigating this widespread fraud scandal for years. So here in Minnesota, you have daycare fraud, you have adult daycare fraud, you have healthcare fraud, and you even have more fraud.
I'm gonna do the first 5 minutes of this. I'm gonna talk about J. Cole new drop. We're gonna listen to that and a little quick hits, and we get up out of here. All right, Phoenix, you cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, bet.
What's some of the fraud that's also taking place here inside of Minnesota?
Well, what I think might be sort of the heart of the beast here is this transportation fraud. And what I mean by that is in Minnesota, we have something called non-emergency medical transportation, NEMT. My research has shown that there are about 1,020 such companies in Minnesota, and more than 90% of them are Somali owned.
And so right here on the table, what do we have? All this information right here.
So I have a number of companies that are local here in the Twin Cities, and this is just a fraction of the companies.
Just to be frank, 1,000 in a small, like Minnesota is not highly populated state compared to any other state in the Midwest. I think they like 6 or 7 most popular states.
They're on the lower end of population.
Yeah, I mean, I think they a little bit more populated than like Iowa and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just crazy. That's a crazy amount of non-emergency transport. That's crazy. 1,000. That's to me. I would think if you say 1,000, about a couple thousand in Texas, that would make more sense. But then again, why would you have that when they got a senior citizen version like Uber in a lot of cases? You know what I mean? You get like discounts on that shit when you see senior citizen. They got a whole bunch of a bunch of other services that I don't get that. That something ain't right with that. What you think about that?
I think that, again, example of the government not giving a fuck, because I'm sure every single one of them, from the governor on down to the Senate. Well, let me correct that. Everybody from the representative, possibly a senator or two, as well as the mayor, on down to the mayor, is getting kickbacks from the fraud. For it to actually go on as long as it has been going on, because it's 10 plus years, if I'm not mistaken. They are allowing a whole nother nation basically to take over that particular area. Oh, this is what God gave us. No, God gave you your land. Go over there and make it better. He didn't give you this. If he did, you wouldn't have had to travel to get there. God didn't tell you to travel to get there. You ain't have to circle the wall 7 times and do a shout for the walls to come crumbling down. God did not give that to you. So yeah, they're getting kickbacks from that. They don't give a good goddamn about the taxpayer, because at the end of the day, they gonna jack up the taxes there, and the citizens are gonna be upset about that.
Man, you should hear the property taxes up there on triple in the last 10 years.
I don't doubt that. And then I guess that's when they're gonna start changing their tune. They're gonna blame everybody else but who's in front of them, because they don't want to act like they've been played for stupid. And it's not even being played for stupid. You know good and damn well, if these people are stealing your tax dollars, you gonna be the one ending up paying for it on the back end. So the government get paid twice. They getting the kickbacks from them stealing your shit, and then they gonna get paid as they raise your taxes, whether that be in groceries, property. They gonna make up for it. Insurance. They gonna make up for it.
Gas tax.
Right, because you gonna still be the one paying for it, even though you were robbed from it in the first damn place. The government is not gonna cover that loss. You are.
That part.
And this is what they fighting to keep, and it's stupid.
And like I said, you mean for calling out.
Whatever.
I mean, why you
your wallet?
Yeah, this is what they said. Well, there's other people doing scandals, but it's like, you know what? We get to them. We're gonna talk about you first. We get to them. All right, let's go.
That are out there. What I found was that the national average for a non-emergency medical transportation company is 20 vehicles per company. A lot of these companies, their address is an apartment, some are in a house, some are in a convenience store, some of them in a vacant building. There's no signage, there's nobody there.
And so why would there be such a need for all these transportation companies here inside of Minnesota?
So if you think of this transportation as the hub of the wheel, so childcare is a spoke, adult daycare is a spoke, autism is a spoke, the interpreter services, which we can get into, that's another spoke. It all ties back to transportation. Why? Because those meals someone had to deliver those meals. Someone has to deliver the kid to autism, or say they did. So it all revolves around the transportation. And so when you're looking at this, you say, okay, well, let's just be conservative. Let's go on the low side. Let's say there are only 800 Somali-owned non-emergency medical transportation companies in Minnesota. Well, again, the average is 20 vehicles per company. So that's 800 times 20. And the way these NEMT companies are paid is if they bring someone to a doctor's appointment, whatever the case might be, or Costco or wherever they're going, because remember, it's non-emergency medical transportation. Well, we went to Costco because they have to eat or they'll die. So that's considered, right? So it's almost impossible to figure out from the outside what exactly the payments are for each of these trips, but I have a pretty good idea. So when someone provides a transportation to a facility or a location, they're also paid for the time to sit there and wait for the appointment to end.
Yo, they getting them coming and going. That's crazy. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Boy, they finessing hard.
And yet they couldn't do this with their own government.
Hell no.
I guess that's why they came here, because they knew this government was stupid as hell. That's stupid. And here, if you have a single mother or even a family out here that really needs these resources, but got to jump through hoops, fire, and swim a whole goddamn ocean before somebody decides maybe they might help them. Actual citizens that pays into the system.
Yep.
Y'all don't fight this hard for your own fucking constituents, but you will put all your energy in people who don't even belong here.
And you want to know where your reparations going? This scamming shit right here. That's where your reparations going.
Right. They got all these billions of dollars to get scammed, and this is one state. Billions out of one state. But they can't come up with nothing for reparations. That's too much. Do you know how our economy will collapse if we paid out reparations? Okay, cool.
Like I said, I'm like this, man. Like, until we
Y'all
got
could pay
business.
that shit out yearly. Y'all didn't have to do lump sums all at once. The fuck?
I'm like this. We got business situation on a grand scale. Shit, give it. At least make Black History Month tax free. No taxes come out of Black History Month for anybody. I was doing, because for me, taxation is a form of slavery within itself. Because like it's coming taking money, we don't know where it's spending on, and kind of find out this money going, some of this money going to these fools up there.
But they got enough billions of dollars to go into fraud, and then those folks are sending it back to their country. And at the end of the day, they coming for our asses.
This is what gets me. Somalia better look like goddamn Wakanda over there. All the money we sitting over there, they sitting over there for my tax. They better be. Hey, I better see fresh paint on them goddamn walls, them those sand hut walls, whatever they got. Them, them shanty houses.
Technology better far surpass ours.
Hell yeah. That shit better look like Rome in the movies and shit. For the glory of Rome. Yeah.
They shit better surpass Japan.
Yeah, like an African Dubai. You know what I mean?
For real.
All that money they could have made a safe payment. They could have made, you know how Ghana is. Like Ghana's pretty much the African Miami right now. Like the whole country.
Yeah.
They don't figure they little niche out there. Like, all right, you know what? We're gonna get these niggas out here partying. That's what we better do.
Yep.
Salute to Ghana, man.
Love it. I would love to go visit.
Man, I dated a chick from a company playing tribe, man. You have some experience. Learn some game though.
I'm sure.
All right, let's finish.
And then drive the person back. So they're paid 3 different ways. And the average is going to be $50 per trip. So it's going to the appointment is a trip, coming back trip. So that's $100 per round trip. So if you have 800 companies in Minnesota that are NEMT companies, they all own 20 vehicles, and they're all making 10 trips a day, and it's $50 per trip. So it's 800 times 20 times 10 trips times $50 a trip. Do the math. And the reality is, how many of these trips are being provided? 0. They don't have to provide any. Why? Because when they are paid by the state of Minnesota, these companies go online and they fill out a form, and it just says, okay, how many trips, how many miles. They submit that electronically to the state, and boom, they get paid. Nobody bothers to check. They don't call the dentist. Did this kid show up? They don't do anything. As soon as that form is filed with the state of Minnesota, that payment goes out immediately.
And so essentially, these transportation companies are what hold all of the fraud together, because you have the daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the adult daycare centers working with the transportation companies, the healthcare companies working with the transportation companies. So it's just another way to bill and to also make it look like something's happening here inside of Minnesota.
This is the belly of the beast. All of this fraud revolves around these transportation companies. All of it. This touches every part of fraud here in Minnesota.
And today we're going to go confront these people. We confronted them last time. There was no kids in any of the child care centers. And today, what do you expect to see?
I think we're going to see some vehicles because, when I drive around the cities here, I see these Somalis driving. And mostly it's like a Plymouth Caravan or whatever. And there's never, ever, ever been a passenger. And in 7 years, I've never seen a passenger in any of these vehicles. I've followed some of them. They're going to Costco. They're going to Sam's Club. They're going to Walmart. The driver gets out, goes in there, loads up a shopping cart, comes in, puts it in the van, and off they go back to where they live.
And now we're going to go out and see what's happening with these transportation companies.
And here's the other thing. Tim Walz and the Department of Human Service, you threw the people of Minnesota under the bus. Shame on you, and I'm coming for you.
Oh, shit.
You heard it here first, David. All right, let's go. So where's the first location we're going to?
We'll stop it right there. All right. That's at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah.
That's going to be for tomorrow. We got to break that down. It's going to be dedicated for tomorrow.
Yeah, I would venture to say, I guess they're going to say that he broke into these transportation companies as well. Yeah. Oh, he broke in. How? He wasn't supposed to be there. If he got questions. He could have called. They don't answer the phone. And I will also say that even though they have these supposed transportation companies and they get paid for their fraudulent trips logs, which the state is supposed to check, by the way. Trust and believe.
Yep.
They do the same thing with medical transportation. They check those companies every day, B. They don't play about that Medicaid. But I will also bet that they are also receiving food stamps, Medicaid, and cash assistance from that same state as well.
Yeah, this situation crazy. You'll see more about it tomorrow. But just some quick hits. So in sports, Ryan Schottenheimer, Cowboys coach, it's a video of him informing the coaching staff that he's fired the defensive coordinator, which I've been having issues with all year. So here we go.
I just met with Flus this morning. Incredible human being. Love the man, but at the end of the day, the football wasn't right. I just met with Flus early this morning. Incredible human being. Love the man, but at the end of the day, the football wasn't right. I've been in this position. I've been Flus. I've been the guys in this room. I understand the questions. I understand the concerns. And I will answer all those. Right now, the focus has to be, number one, about the man, checking on him, one. Reach out, tell me you love him, because he's a great man. Two, finishing this process. The exit interviews with the players are critical. We have to continue that process. So we got players rolling in here in the next little bit. If anybody's got questions, come see me. Okay? I just met with Flus.
Yeah, man. So Phoenix.
And what the hell was he talking about?
You talking about evil food, coordinator. Remember I was bitching about the evil coordinator all year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I would just like to say go Pistons, thank you, Lord. But I ain't putting too much stock in that shit because I've been disappointed by your asses just as much as the Lions.
So let's see. Got this. Oh no, I hear that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't do that. Hold up, let me get back. Damn. So shout out to Boogie, man. This is the boy J. Cole. Let's hear this. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this part out. But,
More like J. Cole don't play by his shit.
Huh?
Yeah, because J. Cole don't play by his shit.
I'm gonna play a little bit and I'm gonna edit it out on the back end. But hey, go on mute, please. Let's listen to a little bit of J. Cole. That's it. I like it. I like the vibe. You telling a story on there. I don't have to sit down and listen to it. I don't want to play too much of it. I actually had to play almost damn near half the song. What you think? Phoenix?
Sorry, it wouldn't come off mute. Yeah, it sounds like his traditional self, although it's given a little bit of a new vibe.
I like the video. It kind of reminds me of Sprawl Up a little bit, slightly.
Is it like a symbol of him going through his journey and elevating? I guess I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's a little dope. It's something to
There's
it.
some personal stuff in there. I have to listen to it again. Yeah. But it sounds good.
Sounds real good. And the top it off, because 2 hours, 30 minutes, is to top it off right here. This is going on in northern Iraq right now. So yeah, apparently I want to check on this real quick, see if anything else gonna happen.
Yeah. Jesus. You know, it's like living through the 90s all over again.
Oh, hold up. Lenny Williams.
Yeah. Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
That's cool. That's cool. I guess he was in the.
Well, he sound a little different, but I get it, boo.
Yo, now, man.
Oh, I get that. So is Patti LaBelle, but she still scream with the best of them, honey. But no, what I'm saying is like his tone is a little different. But yeah, good for him. Cause that song, let me tell you something. The scales in that song, baby, your lungs have to be reinforced. Whew. I mean, he pushed that song out.
Yeah.
I appreciate that song. The only other person that I heard sing it with the same type of energy, but with their own little spin on it, was this young man in a Tyler Perry play. It was one of the songs that he sang, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I in my living room, standing up, clapping, like, "Okay."
Oh, have you heard the other viral? There's another viral debate going on. Anna Kasparian versus Pearl Davis. That's another one. That's the white version of Anton and Corey.
Is that Pearly Things?
Yeah.
Both of those white hoes is unhinged, but okay. At least sometimes, I would say at least sometimes Anna makes sense. I think Pearly Things just say shit to be chosen, to go against women in every aspect of life while saying she is all about the woman. But it is what it is. Good luck.
Oh, hold up. There's one more thing I need to go over. There's one more thing. And this is for our comedic purposes.
Oh, good Jesus.
Let's see, where is it? Yeah, I got a lot of bookmarks. All right, here we go. And we're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave everything to this. Drewski is comedic genius. I'll go on mute. Be back.
Do you want a revolution? I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier that
just
she
like
cannot
it
have
too.
a baby anymore. So I impregnated her with the word of God. I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. Impregnate.
Collective praise is crazy.
Somebody in the congregation asked why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are trying to get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million for that. Amen. Hallelujah. That needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life savings up. Apostle Richie says, baby, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I'm going to finish this word here. And I'm going to do the Christian version. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do the Christian version. I'm driving this Bentley Bentayga. Because I believe in Christ. Can you leap on your legs like a survivor? Can you leap on your legs till the money fall out your pockets?
Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are, Jesus, you are. Still praise the Lord.
I need you to pray for my wife. Hey, come on, man. Hey, get your hands off my car. You gave tithes and offering? No. Back the fuck up, man.
All right. Drewska might went too far on this one. But it's some
No, that's
accuracy
accurate.
here. There's some accuracy here.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's why a lot of people was mad. Why would you tell? The thing is, most of the stuff that I heard in their criticism about what Drewski did, they was trying to say that he was mocking God.
Nah.
Let me tell you something. Your pastor is not God. He is a man. But why would you don't hear anybody else making fun of that? Yes, the fuck they do. The Jews make fun of I forgot what they call their pastors, but they make fun of their religion. Yeah, rabbis. They make fun of them. The Catholic, I mean, the jokes write themselves. Let's be clear, okay? Especially during the 80s and the 90s, them Catholic priests could not catch a break. Okay, all right. So if you found offense to it, that's a you issue, because the thing is, there are pastors, bishops, and apostles that actually does this, and I believe I've seen a clip where somebody oh Jesus, somebody actually put the comparison to what Drewski was doing and actual pastors.
Yep.
He said these are the ones that he is talking about. It was an actual pastor being floated over his congregation in a harness. What was the purpose of that? There was a pastor, I mean, in all the labels from head to toe.
Oh man. Juice is crazy, man. I needed that laugh. I think we can end it on that though, man. That's all we needed. The Billy was part. That's cold.
Yeah, he got a bunch of fake ass Christians that they panties and drawers all up in a bunch.
Let's see what SDA leave out here.
Right.
All right. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man.
I'm about to go ask the answer why his thumbnail looked like Omarion. But y'all have a good evening.
I might go back. I might go over there and fuck with a little bit too. But hey, take care. We're back tomorrow. It will be all Nick Shirley. It'll be all Nick Shirley tomorrow. I want to make we got to go through that one. Take care. Peace.